I know that.
Hello
Yeah.
everyone, welcome back to Dewan Pundit Indonesia, also known as DPI. I'm your host for this special episode. My name is Conchita Caroline, and we have a lot of exciting discussions lined up for you today. But wait, I think you guys can see that something's quite different tonight, right? Because your usual host Adiani is actually taking on a new role tonight as one of our pundits. Hello, Adiani.
Hello, Conchita. I'm getting comfortable in this.
Yeah, he's just showing off his multi-position now. Yeah.
Multi-position?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can
That's
see
really
that he's enjoying the pundit's throne more than
Yeah.
ever.
I enjoy being the host. I enjoy
Yeah.
this
Multi-role.
pundit position. So
Multi-role kind of guy.
it's always great to be alongside this guy.
Yes, of the DPI English version without our favorite football statistic expert, Mas Firzi Idris. Hello, Mas Firzi.
Nice
Aku
having
tuh-
you here. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine. Yeah.
That
Goes
just
into the
slipped. Okay, this is my first time, and this is
Yeah.
actually quite nerve-wracking. Not only this is my very first DPI, but I have to do it in English.
Oh,
So I'm
it's
sweating
okay.
bullets. My armpits are going crazy.
You're doing great.
I'm crossing all my fingers all the way down to the toes.
Okay.
Anyway, we have a lot of interesting topics to discuss, but I think to start this episode, we should take some time to read some of the interesting comments that were left behind on our previous episode. We have chosen some of the most interesting ones, and the first one is from Sheena Frostalia 539. May this program will go international even further. Also, fun fact that this program encouraged me so much. I listened to this while working or even helped my study time much better. Good luck with your study, Sheena. It's inspiring, really. Because
That
she
is really
said,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
working and studying at the same time.
And we
Not
are
easy.
helping somebody study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unthinkable.
Okay.
If,
Can you
if
help
you're
me?
listening to my voice, it's like nothing
Yeah.
that is positive comes out of my voice.
Can you help me read the second one, Mas Firzi? Is it too hard for you?
The second one, I think, Baby
Baby
Christiani
Christiani.
7501. Now all my friends can watch with me together without me explaining to them. Hello from Singapore.
Wow, Singapore.
Hi.
Singapore.
All good,
Hello,
Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah, I've always been so curious though. What do you think of the football industry in Singapore? Is it big?
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's supposed to be emerging, but now it's slumping a bit.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Problems with the FA and so on and so forth.
Oh.
yeah, but they had won. They had won the IFF Cup
Yeah.
against us again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving
That's a
on.
one-up.
That's a one up
I don't
from
know
us. Yeah,
whether it's
good.
it's good enough.
It's good of it.
All right. Never mind then. Moving on to the last one. Adi, can you help me with this one?
Oh yeah, the last one.
please? Yes.
Wow, it's from Awinich. is it?
Awinich.
Yeah, Awinich. Make this a regular show. We need consistency. Love it.
Aw.
Thank you.
You.
We need as much viewers as possible to keep this program afloat. So
Yep. With Conchita here, we're gonna hit
Yeah.
like 150,000
To a lot of your
150,000, yeah,
friends.
150K at least.
at least.
Amen. All right. Thank you for your thoughts. Keep those comments coming, please. And who knows, maybe you might just get a shout out on our next show. Let's move on to today's hot topics. We've got quite a lot of grounds to cover, and I think we should start with Thomas
Tuchel.
Tuchel. Yeah, I just learned the name. Thomas Tuchel. As we know, the Three Lions has appointed a brand new coach, Thomas Tuchel, 51 years old, former manager of FC Bayern, Chelsea, PSG. Incredible resume. What do you guys think of him? Do you think it's a perfect fit for England? Is it the missing puzzle piece that perhaps England has been searching for all these years?
Yeah, for me, he is the perfect manager to take on the mantle from Gareth Southgate. Elite manager as well. Backs it up with the CV. Champions League winner. He's a winner. Everywhere he's been, he's a winner. For Dortmund, brilliant. Chelsea winning the Champions League as well. Although maybe with Bayern, it didn't work
It
up
didn't work
out,
or work very well in the end. But still, Thomas Tuchel is, I think, if you are looking for a manager that is going to, I think, make England. How can you say it?
Making
They've
England
been-
great again? That sounds like America.
They've been struggling for
Oh, yeah.
a manager that is I don't know. It's not so nice with the players. A bit hard, but firm, and his tactical approach is clear. Southgate, maybe he's good with the media. He's good with the players. There's no more cliques in that locker room, but he just lacks that bit of quality in terms of tactics and in terms of the player selection as well. But Tuchel is different. Somebody that has this charisma as well on the touchline, and I think this is going to be very positive. If you're looking for Pep, it's impossible. Right? Because I think Pep, if he moves from City, and I think City knows who's going to be their next manager according to Ederson, and I think Ederson knows who's going to be the next Brazilian manager.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you put two and two together,
yeah.
Maybe Pep will prefer to be the Brazilian
manager over the England job.
I think so.
Really?
Oh yeah, really.
I think so. And with City, because it's difficult for City without Tiki Beggars to hold on to Pep. So I think Pep will go to Brazil, and the FA can't touch him. And if you think about the other managers that they speak to, around 10, but without Eddie Howe, that's something. That's something as well. When you see up and coming managers from England, they're talking about but still, if you don't talk to Eddie Howe, who do you talk to?
Because there's a small pool of English coaches in the elite game. Actually, that's the main debate actually around Tuchel right now, because I think his nationality is a baggage for him going forward.
How can it be a baggage? Because you have Sven Eriksson before, and then you have Fabio Capello.
He's German, Adi.
History-wise, with nothing that's related to football.
And yes, I know. But if you see the culture about how the England manager are portrayed in the media, especially, you can already see how many hostile media that goes towards Tuchel about his nationality, especially, and how they always want an English manager. But as you say, we can just see the statistics around English manager. The last English manager to win a European trophy was Bobby Robson in '97.
Bobby Robson,
No English manager has won the league title since Howard Wilkinson with Leeds in '92. No English manager has even won the FA Cup since Harry Redknapp in 2008. So, I think the FA also needs to get around themselves about how they need to encourage more English manager in the game, not just in the game, but at that elite level. Even when we talk about Eddie Howe, even when you talk about Graham Potter, how many games in the Champions League has Eddie Howe managed?
This guy has won it.
Oh yeah, this guy has won it actually.
Talk about best in class. Then they have the guy. That's
no doubt.
And if you think about winning trophies, he's
the guy. And
so what's the problem?
And people said that he's a good knockout tournament coaches, because that's what England needed. Because we know during the last few tournaments, they got into the final, into the semi-finals and everything, but their performances are not always up to standards, at least according to the players that they have. They have Palmer, Foden, Bellingham, and every player else, but they struggle to beat Slovakia in 90 minutes, Switzerland in 90 minutes, Denmark, Slovenia. They cannot beat them in 90 minutes. So I think Tuchel is coming into a team that is maybe underperforming compared to the talent that they have. I think this will be a challenge for him, because maybe we know by reputation. They went through to the final of Euro 2024. They in Euro 20 also the World Cup semi-final, but there's the performances not always come to with the result.
I'm always wondering though. Do you think that what happened with Southgate was triggered by the media pressure? Because as you said before, England currently have one of the best lineups so far, the new golden generation. They have Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, Kobe Mainoo, but what we saw on Euro was not exactly what we expected from the star-studded lineup.
Yeah, you have a defensive coach with such a talented players that he has in his disposal, but he's not using it very wisely. And when you pick a lineup with 4 or 5 wing backs. That is also not healthy for the side. And you put Jude Bellingham in a defensive position. So even with Lee Carsley, I think we know what he was trying to do. He's trying to be more progressive, using the likes of Bellingham more forward. But again, the problem is with Phil Foden and Bellingham. I think they cannot coexist together, and we've been talking about this for the past couple of episodes. But with Thomas Tuchel, I just have this feeling that he can mix both, and he can have a very prosperous career with England. And then what I can see is he's going to change that back line with Bukayo Saka coming into the left, because as we all know,
as Bukayo
Saka was when he first got chosen to the Arsenal lineup was a left wing back.
So wing back, yeah, because that left side of the defense, that left side of the play with England is one of the areas that Southgate cannot correct until the very end.
I think it's problematic because he only trusted Luke Shaw for it.
Yeah,
he's the only
he
player.
even brought him even though he's not fit.
That's right. Now I think with a change of position for Saka, it'll be something fresh again for him and for England. I think that's the way forward, because Reece James, if he's fit, then he's going to be chosen first on that right side, or Kyle Walker, right?
Kyle Walker, yeah. I don't think he's going to get fit, but I think with Tuchel, he can play 4 at the back or 3 at the back. He uses a lot of 4-2-3-1 in the beginning of his career, especially with Dortmund and PSG. But on later on with Chelsea and Bayern, he tried to switch with to back three. I think he the possession wise and play style wise, I think he's a perfect fit, because if we compare him to other coaches, I think you don't need to be that good of a tactician as a international coach, because I mean not in the masterclass level, because we know Scaloni, we know that Luis de la Fuente, they're not really that tactical masterclass kind of players, but they can make it work in the international level. I think this is the kind of coach that England needs right now, more of a man management, how they can rotate players, how they can maximize the players that they have.
This is the kind of lineup that we can expect from Tuchel.
That's Frizzy's version.
This is the version of with the 3 at the back, because I really want to see Anthony Gordon get a chance on that left wing position.
I see a Newcastle player there.
Yeah, that's bias on me. I'm sorry. Playing Bellingham right there. That's the problem with Southgate also. He can't make it work with Bellingham playing that deep. I don't know if Tuchel can make it work with him at the 6. But if Bellingham cannot be there, he can take the position of Foden, because Foden needs to step up his game this season. He's not showing it currently. But Saka at left wing back, as Adi says, is
a hybrid maybe.
It's a hybrid. It's a logical choice.
3-back hybrid system. That sounds like Tuchel.
Yep.
What about your version, Adiani?
We're gonna see it pop it.
Oh, okay.
Pop it. Come on, let's pop it.
Let's see it now then.
There we go.
With the photo and everything?
Yep, complete with a photo, and a bit different from Frizzy.
Yeah.
And I chose Reece James in that right wing back position. Bukayo Saka in that hybrid, I think, position. He'll excel, and Braithwaite, if he's fit, I think he'll get the notch to be the start in that back three with Gahey and John Stones, and fresh goalkeepers needed, because Jordan Pickford is so shaky in the past couple of weeks in the Premier League and playing for England as well with the mistakes. So I think Dean Henderson.
Do you think Henderson is better than him right now?
He's not better, but he's just maybe deserve the opportunity to start for England.
Okay.
For Crystal Palace, he's been playing quite well, but the team is struggling.
Yeah, the team is struggling.
I can see that Tuchel likes to play that double 10. With the variety of movement in that midfield, the combination play. So Jude Bellingham with Cole Palmer and Phil Foden, I think in this system can coexist. It's just now how about Harry Kane? Because Harry Kane is somebody that I think a few England fans are trying to figure out whether he's the right captain to lead England to the next World Cup, or they need change. Because I think with Tuchel coming in, he knows the player, he knows Harry Kane, he knows his capabilities and leadership. So I think There will be no change of captaincy. I think he'll still be the captain. And now it's just down to how Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, and Cole Palmer can work in that system. And Bukayo Saka, of course, not playing in that Cole Palmer position. It's a sacrifice that he has to do for the team. And I think this will work. And I think this will be the team that can win the World Cup with Thomas Tuchel. 2026.
That's a strong
60
statement
years
right there.
after.
It's not a strong statement, actually.
A very strong
It's a statement that's been hanging around for the past 3-4 tournaments. Just
All right, we shall see
the
then.
execution from Gareth Southgate is.
Yeah, I
just-
think the main problem is the main solution that he has to make is how to make that double 10 work with Harry
Yep.
Kane,
Yep.
because
Yep.
we know Harry can work with players that run off him, like making the runs into channels. That's why he works well with Sterling
Yeah.
and
with
England
Sonny.
setup. With
Son Heung-min.
yeah, with Son Heung-min, yeah. And we don't have that with Foden and Palmer, who likes the ball to feet. So, yeah, that's another puzzle that Tuchel needs to work on.
What's the most realistic target then for England, at least a year ahead from now?
They have to win it. They have to win it.
Yeah.
She's smiling. Yeah. Because it is hilarious. But they have to win it
No, I'm
because it's
sorry.
England.
I'm so sorry. As a
'Cause
fan
it's
of
England.
as a fan of Spain,
With
I
with
just
with,
feel like
with that roster, playing
Yeah, I
against
think, yeah.
Spain in the
Spain,
final
yeah.
should be awesome.
Yeah.
With that roster, with the manager that they have now, Thomas Tuchel, I think is the right fit. An elite manager with the experience. I think the team will somehow for qualifying. Of course, it's automatic.
yeah.
England will qualify for any Euros, for any World Cup with that roster. But in terms of in that tournament and how Tuchel will set up the team, and I think they are in it to win it, not just to participate. And this is the challenge for them. And I think with Gomez, with Tino Livramento,
He's my
I think
guy.
they'll do it.
All right then. Well, at the end of the day, results really are everything, aren't they? So we
Yeah.
just have to
Yeah.
keep our fingers crossed.
But we have to
and
wait
see.
until January.
January,
until he
yeah,
Yeah.
takes
because the
over.
terms
Yeah.
of his appointment was when he signed it on October 8th, is Lee Castle gonna take 3 England camps, I mean, in
Yeah.
the Nations League.
Yep.
Meaningless games. I don't know, is it meaningless or not? But
I can't say it because I work for a company that shows the matches.
Oh, okay.
So it's very
If
important.
you want to
game,
say
yeah.
glorified friendlies,
Glorified
I'm not gonna join the conversation.
All right then. So, what do you guys think? Jebret Media team, is football really is coming home soon? Is Tuchel the right man to lead England despite his nationality? Let us know on the comment section below. All right. Speaking of former Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel?
Tuchel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I did say it right.
Yeah, you say it.
Tuchel. Okay.
Say it perfectly.
Speaking of former Thomas Tuchel clubs, let's turn our attention to Chelsea, which under the guidance of their new manager Enzo Maresca, they've defied expectations this season. Despite a shaky preseason, Chelsea have broken into the Premier League's top 4, and their performances have been nothing sort of explosive. Do you agree?
They've been great. They've been a breath of fresh air. But you have to look at the fixtures. The teams that they've played against,
Yeah.
they're supposed to take 3 points. And I think so with 14 points, I think, that they have right now, it's supposed to be like that. But I think Maresca now has that bit of, I think, knowledge about the team. Because preseason, they were battered very, very harshly in a couple of matches preseason. But I think that's a learning curve for them. And now I think there's a bit more control in that midfield. And with the addition of Jadon Sancho, I think that's key for the way the system is going to work. With Cole Palmer playing brilliant football right now. So I think everything is clicking. But it's against teams that are supposed to get 3 points.
Yeah.
And then the game against Forest, playing against a team that's very rugged, disciplined in that compact mid-block. And they found a lot of difficulties, but I think Maresca now is doing so much better with Chelsea, and I think he knows what to do with the team selection as well, and they adapt very well now against teams playing the low block.
Yeah, he's the Premier League manager of the month,
Yep.
I think, for the last month. So yeah, I've been on record saying that he may be one of the coaches that will get fired first, but apparently it's not so, because Adi was right. When we saw them at preseason, they were like rubbish. Like they even can't get 2-3 passes together out of the back because Maresca insisted the team plays that way. playing deep defensive build-up, playing from the first line of defense. We only saw, especially the game against City in pre-season, where Erling Haaland battered them. They were so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now they've got that 100% record in away matches. They haven't lost since the first day of the season against Man City.
Yeah.
And the way he made that midfield click between Enzo, Caicedo, and especially Palmer also. Sancho coming in. We maybe all of us are baffled why Sancho came into the team, to this team who has that many wingers, especially with Pedro Neto. They already bought in the summer. But actually Sancho created that balance in attack, and with Jackson's pace, Noni Madueke, and especially Cole Palmer with his 44 goals contribution with goals and assists since last season. He's the number one with the most goal contribution in the Premier League since the start of last season. And people forgot that maybe he worked with Palmer since the days they were in Man City together.
Yeah.
So he made the best out of those relationship before. Yeah, so all credit are to him. But Adi said that he didn't face a higher
only Man City
tier. Yeah, only Man City in the first day, and they got lost.
Yeah,
and they lost it at Stamford Bridge, right?
Yeah.
So
opening night.
It's interesting to rectify the process of the build-up play, because Maresca works a lot with the team. They struggle a lot pre-season, and then they change it to 3-2-5.
Yeah.
And this is very key, because in that 3-2-5 pattern, I think you can see the wing backs. Maresca likes to play them high, almost near to the wingers, and this is important because when they go inside, they can cover. And now the build-up, they don't lose the ball very easily now, and they have Sancho to slow up the tempo a bit. Not like when they use Mudryk. Mudryk was about taking risks, about trying to take the opponents one-on-one. It doesn't always work. If it works, it's brilliant, but you have to know the situations. So that 3-2-5 is very, very important in the way he's coached Moises Caicedo, and then the way he works with Enzo Fernandez now. There's a bit more control in that midfield. And I think the task for the wingers, because in this formation that Maresca has, being the former coach of Man City as well with Pep, the wingers doesn't have to track back. So now we can see Noni Madueke excelling. And now we can see Noni Madueke wearing an England shirt for the senior side. What he can do in that final third is just explosive, and it's always positive. And the way he links with the front players as well. So everything is going according to plan, is because Maresca is working with the players. Nico Jackson is an upgrade from last season.
Yeah, for sure.
Although he's still missing chances, but he's scoring goals as well right now, and doing the moves that he has to do. It's almost like Ollie Watkins, a bit more effective, not just running in circles, I think, and trying to find positions. But now he's more controlled, and he knows when the ball is coming to him, and he has to be on position to finish the chances for Chelsea. So I think everything's working very well, and now we're going to see the next few matches again. In the weekend against Liverpool, it's going to be key, because against Man City, the first hurdle, they stumble. This is the second hurdle. Yeah,
second best attack in the Premier League against the number one team in defense, right? Yeah. I think
2 goals conceded.
Only 2 goals conceded, whereas we saw that Chelsea scored 16 or something. And it's near their expected goals tally. That means that they're not overachieve or underachieve. They just do that perfectly.
Perfect balance.
But we're gonna see how they fared against Liverpool, who I think will be a little bit difficult for them to go against, especially Liverpool's midfield. To go against Chelsea's midfield. I still think Chelsea's midfield got a bit more in them compared to Liverpool, because Liverpool had one of the best starts in this season.
A bit controversial. Enzo Maresca defied expectations. It's expected.
You think
he has that roster filled with blue chips, great young players from across Europe and the world. So if they don't turn up the way they're turning up this season,
I think compared to what Chelsea achieved last season and where Maresca came from, I think Maresca came from the Championship. Yeah, not a
But
lot
he
of
came
people
from Man City.
went from Man City. Yeah,
He's
like
got that
Arteta.
reputation.
Yeah,
Yeah, mini Pep.
Mini Pep, yeah,
Pep.
with the bald hair and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned the midfield before, because other than Palmer, I feel like we also have to acknowledge Enzo Fernandez, which not only he was chosen to captain the team, he's also proven himself to be a solid pillar in the midfield. Yeah, what do you think of him?
Enzo is showing the traits that he's been showing with Argentina. The form now he's taking to Stamford Bridge, and which I think is good. But I think the composure is purely simply because Jadon Sancho is there. Sancho provides that composure. He knows the perfect ball to give to Jackson, even to Noni Madueke, and the way he combines with Cole Palmer, again with Enzo Fernandez and Moise Caicedo. Now Caicedo is not playing all by himself in the transition. That is the most pivotal thing. Pivotal thing. Is when Moise Caicedo got outnumbered. Chelsea always struggles, but now they're coming back in numbers in transition as well. So it's been helping Moise Caicedo to become the player that we know from Brighton. So again, it's up to Maresca, and he's doing very well with the coaching as well.
Yeah, and the way that Enzo plays, he plays a lot higher than last season. Yeah, he almost plays him like a number 10, maybe more of a wide 8, an 8 in that midfield. But that complements his position really well with Caicedo, and we all are yearning to see that Moises Caicedo that we all saw at Brighton, and then with Maresca himself, a former midfielder, not with Juventus and Brescia, I think is he plays there.
Brescia,
he knows
Sevilla.
He was a great player. I love him as a player. So maybe he got that more of an intuition to bring the best out of Caicedo and the dynamics between Caicedo and Enzo.
And Cole Palmer, of course.
Cole Palmer,
the key for Chelsea, the goals, the assists, the involvements that he does for this side. He does a lot of things, a complete skill set, and I think he's having another great season for him individually. So it's been working wonders for Chelsea, for Cole Palmer, and I think he's performing very consistently in that Chelsea attacking position.
6 goals and 5 assists on Premier League so far for Cole Palmer. It's really interesting to see how quickly things have turned around. Chelsea are now a serious contender for a Champions League spot, but are you guys sure that they can go that far? I'm sure. You're sure? I'm sure. Top 4?
I'm sure. I'm sure they can challenge for top 4, maybe top 3, with the form that they're showing. And now with Todd Bowley now not being so involved, because last season when it was tough for them and the results were not helping Chelsea, in certain moments Todd Bowley will go into the locker room, which is so wrong for an owner to do.
Like
and
someone I know.
Okay.
And now he's starting to know the situation and how you act as an owner for a football club. So
I thought you were going to say, and now I'm withdrawing myself from this conversation because I don't want to get involved.
So as an owner, you can't go down. You just can't go down.
Really?
It's
Because
problematic.
That's what we keep on seeing.
But it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And now he knows. And now we're
I
seeing a trust, a belief that he's shown to Maresca. I think that freedom helps the team as well.
Yeah.
And the locker room is very positive. The veterans and the young players are gelling very well. So everything is on the up. And after maybe a lot of pressure last season, it's starting to show that if you invest in good players and you have a good manager who can coach, everything positive can happen.
All right, then. I think it's time for us to move on to the next topic, because this is exactly what I've been waiting for all night, especially seeing the jacket that Mas Firzi is wearing right now. Though it's quite a bit of a sensitive subject to talk about now. I feel like the fans are... I feel like the fans are much more scarier in a way, much more...
Of course not. They're football fans. They're football fans. They love football. They love their national team. So that's just the way it is.
All right, so let's discuss the Indonesia national team's recent match against China. Despite high expectations leading up to the game, Indonesia went to defeat, and the match itself sparked significant debate, particularly regarding Shin Tae-yong's tactical decisions. But what exactly do you think went wrong? Mas Firzi? You're the one wearing the jacket.
Me first, just because I'm wearing the jacket.
Wearing the jacket.
Yeah, I think we can criticize every coach about how they select their teams, even though we don't know their decision-making process about how they chose their teams. And Shin Tae-yong is just like any other coaches. We can go criticize Guardiola, we can go criticize whoever, Thomas Tuchel, whoever, Gareth Southgate, especially. We saw that maybe he had game plan that he wants to menjalankan, what is
to
it?
apply
To
on
apply in the first half, but it didn't work. With the pressure, he said that he was surprised by China's approach to the game, or how they approach the game. So I think it's in the realm of he made a mistake for this game. Maybe I think we also cannot speculate too much about the decisions he make, like why he didn't bring Eliano in the 23-man squad, about the other players, about why he didn't play Sandy in the right side of midfield, especially when Asnawi looked like he's tiring in the second half. But this is the nature of World Cup qualification, especially round 3. This is our debut in this round. It's a brutal round, especially as we know the other Southeast Asian teams, they got battered in this round. Vietnam lost 8 out of 10 matches. Thailand lost 8 out of 10. Okay, we come into this round with all the confidence of the results we got against the Southeast Asian teams in round 2, and the matches against Saudi Arabia, the matches against Australia. But it's not like we put 2 and 2 together and that means we're gonna win easily at in Qingdao yesterday. But this is a wake-up call to a lot of Indonesian football fans about how tough it is playing in this tournament.
But some say the main issue against China was that when it comes to the defensive setup, Timnas had a somewhat terrible ball distribution. Do you agree, Adiani?
Ball distribution.
People are asking about the chemistry between Hilgers Asnawi, Verdong Shane.
Well, if you think about chemistry, then this side, that's so minimal in terms of caps playing together. So we're trying to say that
this chemistry.
we're trying to make things happen in such a small time.
There's lack of chemistry. I think they're still working together, trying so hard to make things click, with players averaging just 5 to 8 caps, even Mitch Hilgers with only 2 caps. So we need time for them to gel, to recognize each other games, and in certain situation, of course, playing in Qingdao is not easy, and a must-win game for the home side as well. They have a plan, and I think it was quite smart from China to give the ball to Indonesia, because Indonesia is not used to having the ball in such conditions with 70+% possession. It even touched to 80 at some point. So I think we have to give credit to China, but again, for Shin Tae-yong, for the Indonesian fans, the football fans, the real fans, just believe in the manager. Believe in him. Mistakes are going to be made. This is the 3rd round. This is not easy. A first dance for everyone involved in the squad. So experience is key, and the results are very good. Of course, the slight blip is against Tiongkok, China, which a lot of football fans maybe felt like we could take 3 points. But this is the highest level, the elite level of Asian football in terms of qualifying for the World Cup, the 3rd round. So I think every nation still has a chance, and with that, an ugly draw for Saudi Arabia against Bahrain, it helps us a lot, because in trying to reach 4th spot, it's still possible. People are trying to say that we can reach the 2nd spot. That is just like we have to give respect to all the sides in Group C, because they're more experienced. They've been in this situation before. Even in the past 3 qualifications, the likes of Japan, Saudi, and Australia are always paired up together in one group. So I think they know each other games a lot. So, and this is for Indonesia. We are the rookie in this group, so we have to know our capabilities, and we have to manage the expectation as well.
I think managing expectation is the key here, because after the draw in Jeddah and the draw in Jakarta against Australia, our federation also targeted. They said they had a big dream about Indonesia will be getting 15 points from this round 3, which is a lot of points. With they're targeting 2 wins against China. We saw that even playing in China is very, very hard. Yeah, we saw the table here. At least our goal difference is way better than
That's
China.
Going to be key. That's going to be
That's
key.
Going to be key, yeah. Because this is not head to head, right? This is a goal difference as the first. Pombeda, what do you say? That the first. We know China has already played in this round 3 or the final round of World Cup qualification 8 times. Whereas this is our first time, so that experience matter. That experience really matter, even though they played, and China has all their players playing in the local leagues. Whereas Indonesia we got players playing in 10 different countries. They came in the camp at different times, so that must affected how we build our chemistry and everything. But saying that in yesterday's match, Coach Shin doesn't make a mistake is also false, because obviously with the selection and everything, but only he and his coaching team knows why he did what he did, why he chose the players that he chose.
And I think he has enough credit in the bank to make things right in the matches against Bahrain and China at home. Okay, against Japan, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be another test for our squad, but taking a point is not impossible against Japan and against Saudi as well. Saudi, with the problems that they have right now with Mancini staying or going, also is going to be problematic for them. But I think Shin Tae-yong has a lot of coins in his pocket to put it back on to that arcade and continue. Because the things that he's done, the approach that he's shown us, the dream that he has, and he's taking us alongside him in this great journey. I think there will be times where it's going to be rough, like China, like playing in Qingdao in that hostile environment. But again, you have to see that the first couple of matches is away matches.
Yes.
You play in Jeddah, and then you play in Qingdao, and then you play in Bahrain, and you get that result. Mentally, it's punishing for the young players. This is a young team. You have to remember the average age is very young. So a lot of situations that's going to be unkind to this squad. They have to recover. They have to bounce back, but the turnaround is very, very short. So we have to give that leeway. Towards the players, towards the coaching staff, towards the coach as well. And I think he can sort this out. And we can have a great result against Bahrain and China at home. Against Saudi and Japan, it will be a bonus if we can hurt them at home.
If you look at the squad that Shin has when in the Asian Cup, compared to the squad that he has now, he has 7 new players. 8 if you consider Kevin Dykes that will come in maybe in the next window, maybe in March, we still don't know. But that's a lot of new faces to put in the team together. So they have to build that chemistry. We saw Miss Hilgers is playing in the Europa League. He's playing in the top European league. He got game time, but it doesn't necessarily means he will gel especially quick with Jai's.
And then the tempo as well. International football is a bit slower,
different,
right? And then you have that high pace at the Eredivisie, and then you play Europa League football with that pace as well.
Different.
But then if you go international football, you have to slow it down. Experienced sides like Japan, like Saudi, like China even. And they know how to switch tempos at certain key moments. So this is again things that young players that we have, the likes of Itzes, likes of Hilgers, they can learn from the defeat. And I hope it can make the team stronger.
Yeah, but I still think we do need that number 9. We do need that goal getter. We do need that penalty box striker.
It's too late for Ivan Toney.
Finisher.
Too late. He's played for England.
He played for England already. But where the match at Qingdao, we played 26 crosses into the box, but most of them we lost most of the aerial duels. When we need players at the center of the box, we saw how Ragnar play wide on the left, how Rafa play wide on the left, because Rafa himself admitted that he's more comfortable playing as a winger because he may wear the number 9, but he's not the number 9 player. He's more of an 11, more of a 7 player who
Bularu's wore the number 9. He's
Bularu, and he's playing at the back.
Khalid Bularu, shout out to that guy.
William Gallas also
Willie
with number
wears
10.
number 10.
Yeah, number 10, and he's also at the back. So crazy times, yeah. Yeah, but so we need that penalty box record. We need that presence in the box. We didn't get it. That's why Coach Shin plays Elkan Bagot in as a striker in the Asian Cup against Japan because we needed that presence up top. So yeah, we saw how hard Rafa works for the national team. We saw his runs into the channels, how he held up the balls and everything. But yeah, he drifted wide quite too much time, I think, and we need that presence in the box.
And then that position that Tom Haye plays. If he's not in the lineup starting for Indonesia, the drop is quite clear. It's also a problem position that we don't have cover, an appropriate cover that could step up. So if we could find somebody who could find form in Liga 1 in the next couple of weeks, maybe could be added to the side, it'll be very good. But I think
we're gonna lose Ivar also.
Yeah. He misses the next match because of the yellow card.
Yeah.
So again, if Tom Haye is not, because it's very difficult. I would say to you that if you have Tom Haye, not a young player anymore, and you have to play 2 quick successive matches like the one in Bahrain and Qingdao, that's almost impossible. Fitness-wise for him and the travel time as well, and the way the body recovers when you're plus 30, it's different than when you're 24, 23.
Yes,
so,
I can say. I can tell. I can tell now.
So that's why I think we need that. We should find a forward that can score goals for fun. But I think the much more important side of the team is trying to find cover for Tom Haye, because Kevin Dix can play multiple positions, but his passing game is not as good as Tom Haye. And then the way that Tom Haye covers without the ball also is a great plus for the side. And if he's not starting, it becomes a problem for the team.
Yeah, speaking of the next 2 matches in Indonesia against Japan and Saudi, we'll be playing in our own backyard, in our own soil. What can we expect from the results? Mas Firzi?
Ooh, yeah.
Mas
2
Firzi?
heavyweights, especially. Australia held Japan to a 1-1 game yesterday. I think it's a good result for Australia under the new coach. I don't know if it's a good result for us though, because under Popovic, they're a new force. They're more stable in midfield in possession also. But Japan, as we can see, plus 14 goal difference at 10. Before they play that 1-1, they have a perfect record in the last 9 games, I think, without conceding and always getting all 3 points. So and Japan is not relenting in this round. They always brought their best players, Mitoma, Endo, Minamino, everyone's available. They are playing.
And they say they're gonna stay here for 5+ days.
Oh, seriously? For acclimatizing more?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go quicker.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's gonna be more hard for us.
It's gonna be much more harder than...
Yeah, and considering that we now have more European players, that means we too have to acclimatize more for the climate, because previously maybe we can make the climate our advantage, but now we have more European-based players. That's gonna make our acclimatization process also important.
Yeah, but the good thing for us is the hope is there, because in that game in Saitama, we can see Japan coming back to their Asia Cup situation, because defensively all over the place. That own goal was strange from Itakura, was the score of the OG, right?
Yeah.
I think there is a chance to hurt them. We have experience playing against them not so long ago in the Asia Cup. We scored 1 goal from Sandy. So in that match, we were in the game. We were making things difficult for Japan, and now I think again, although
do you think we made things difficult for them? I don't remember we got the ball.
I think they make things difficult for themselves.
I think that's more appropriate. I think that's more appropriate.
And now they're coming back to that. Hopefully, they're going to have another bad day at the office, like the one in Saitama. But the warning sign and the worrying thing is that players coming off the bench for Japan, they got Nakamura. Nakamura changed the situation in that game, playing in that left side. Wow. He's, I think, one of the players to watch, along with, of course, when you say Junya Ito coming from the bench as well. So, again, with the games coming thick and fast in this qualifiers, again, Japan also has to rotate. And against Australia, it didn't come off very sweetly indeed. So, we have a chance if we can organize that back line. We're defending better now. Aside from that mistake,
the mistake,
in Qingdao, we were defending very well in the games against Saudi, the games against Australia, and even against Bahrain. So I think there's a lot of hope in trying to make things difficult. And let's just hope that Japan and Coach Hajime has a bad day.
An off day,
And we hope that the pitch will be not as good. So they can play.
They can play their own game. Yeah.
Well, it's not an easy task for sure.
Against Saudi, we can do.
We can do damage.
We can do
some damage.
They are a team that's they don't know what to do on the pitch. The coach is trying to change a lot of players, and the players are revolving. So it's a problem.
Mancini is in a bad place in the Saudi helm. So not surprising if we can get a point maybe from Saudi.
Hopefully. Right, so it's not going to be an easy match
of
for
course.
Indonesia, of course, but I'm pretty sure that they will be doing their best. So I'm going to go back to your previous statement, managing expectation. Do you have something or anything to say to the fans regarding their expectations? Because sometimes it feels like, it's a bit too high now. It's way too high.
Yeah, I think I think in one aspect we can see how understandable it is because of the results that we got from the first round of games. It's not easy to get a point in Jeddah. It's not easy to hold Australia, but then the situation changes very fast, as is in football. The situation can move very fast. We cannot overreact to anything. We cannot overreact to a win. We cannot overreact to a loss. Like after the game, I cannot believe my eyes when I saw in Twitter SDA out. What's this, man? Come on, SDA out. Like he brought us here. Come on. Yeah, he's making mistakes. He made mistakes, of course. It happens, but we as a fans, we need to give our positive.
Stick behind the manager.
Stick behind the manager. Stick behind the team. Stick behind the players. Don't single any one player out, because the players themselves, they always says that we win together, we lose together. So it's not fair for the fans to single out players because of one moment in 90 minutes where they can cut it in TikToks or whatever. Like, look at him, he cannot pass, for God's sake. But it's not like that. I think you have to look at the whole overall game before singling out players. So,
So, in the good times, it's easy for fans, for supporters to be caught up in the moment. But when the team has a defeat, that's the most difficult situation. And you have to always be positive because this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. We are in the third round. And you can't forget that we are the underdogs. And we are punching above our belts for a lot of matches. And we have to be proud of how the players are playing. The players are fighting. Of course, mistakes is going to be made. This is the highest level with the greatest sides in Asia trying to compete for a place in the World Cup. So I think what's most important for the fans is they have to believe, they have to stay behind the team and the coach, and be positive. And if there is a defeat, of course there will be, and there will be many. But how you come back, how you bounce back from the defeat, the team needs your support, the players needs your support. Instead of being negative, why don't we give the best support that we can and try to enjoy this moment because this is special for us. A lot of fans, maybe our pundits, they want Indonesia, the national team, to be successful. We're having it now. We're feeling it. We're living the moment now. Enjoy it. Be happy. Be joyful. Be positive. It's easy.
Sure.
Who would have thought that we can go this far?
No, even in the 2 games against Brunei.
No way. We started from the very bottom,
and now we're here. So enjoy the moment.
Started from the bottom.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for having me as your host. I'm still very nervous.
She's
Yeah,
great
she's
at doing
great.
it.
Super
And Rico,
nervous,
if you're
actually.
watching,
Yeah.
this seat, it might not be available for you when you come back. Or we should have 3.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because
so,
Kachira
yeah.
is doing very
Yeah,
well.
very well.
Oh
of
my
course.
God, I am super honored to be here, but unfortunately, our time is up. Thank you so much, Adiani.
Cheers,
Thank
thank
you. So
you.
much,
Thank you,
Mas Firzi.
cheers.
And of course, thank you so much, Great Media team. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.